Lately, have you been struggling to focus on reading, studying, or doing tasks that require real effort? While you can't get through even a single page of a book without feeling bored, can you spend hours scrolling through someone's Instagram profile going back 3 years? Or have you noticed that you can read hundreds of comments under a hashtag on Twitter without your attention drifting? Have you ever stayed in the same chair for 10 hours playing a video game without realizing how quickly time passed? If this sounds familiar, you probably don't have an attention deficit. The real issue may be that your dopamine system is out of balance. Dopamine plays a key role in motivation, desire, and our anticipation of reward. And the modern world, especially social media, may be overstimulating this system in ways you don't even notice. Think about it. When you study, your brain releases dopamine gradually. It's slower, it requires effort, and the rewards take time. But social media? Every swipe brings new content, a new stimulus, a small burst of reward. Likes, notifications, engaging videos, attractive outfits, sexualized content, mouth-watering food clips. All of these create rapid, high-intensity dopamine spikes. The more your brain adapts to this accelerated pace, the more ordinary life begins to feel dull. That's why when you sit down to read a book, you may feel restless after just a few minutes, because your brain has grown used to immediate rewards. We can observe something similar in classic experiments with rats. In one well-known study, researchers set up a mechanism that stimulated brain areas associated with reward. Each time the rat pressed a lever, it received a pleasurable stimulus. The result? The rat reduced eating, drinking, and even social interaction just to keep pressing the lever. In some ways, that's not so different from us endlessly scrolling or chasing the next level in a game. So what's the solution? A dopamine detox. In other words, teaching your brain how to restore balance. This process can be done in 3 ways. First, a full 4-hour reset for one entire day. No phone, no social media, no porn, no gaming, no junk food, no music. In the first few hours, you may feel uncomfortable or restless. That's simply your brain reacting to the absence of the stimulation it's used to, and that makes it a powerful first step. Next comes a selective 1-week detox. Choose the one habit that drains you the most. It could be social media. It could be pornography. It could be gaming. Step away from it completely for 7 days. Personally, I delete all my social media apps for a week. Finally, there's the full 1-week reset, the 7-day version of that strict 4-hour detox. It's the most effective approach and also the most demanding. So what do we do during this process? Walks, silence, reading, reflection, writing, calm conversations with people close to you, meditation, religious practices, listening to the sounds of nature. Anything that helps your brain relearn how to slow down, build patience, and go deeper. For example, I plan to visit a small garden nearby and sit there for an hour, simply listening to the wind moving through the trees. It may sound romantic, but in reality, it's challenging because our brains naturally seek the fast stimulation they've become accustomed to. And that very challenge is part of the healing process. My friend, if you truly want to change your life, if you want to become someone fulfilled, you must pursue long-term goals that require effort, not just short-term pleasures. And the path begins with restoring balance to your dopamine system. Let's walk this journey together. Share your experience in the comments.